All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up. Check Mike 54. Now.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
This is Carson. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this. Extra point by Gage is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard
Go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
First down, San Francisco.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Go, go.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Out. Hard.
Now it's Carson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 30 base.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Gage is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, watch it. Check.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. Down the man inside. Down the man.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Open man is Trey Burton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Watch the slant. Kill. Check 4. Ram.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Coming again.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, watch that, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike, flag. Get that flag.
On play action, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
I'm coming after you. Check.
Five.
Watch twist. 81. Twist. Mike 54.
What's that?
Play action. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What I'm talking about.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Eagles 6.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Carson. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Hey, lock it.
They run it with Carson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Check.
Leo.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch him very often. They want to reward him.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check me out. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Rip.
On play action, Wentz. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They're going to need some therapy after this. You got motion man. No. Motion man right there. Watch the ship. Watch the 57.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. On 1st down, Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Run.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Here I come. Here I come.
Lion. Man's Lion.
Switch.
Here, shift.
Motion. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to go up top, and this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenny Golladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
5-7.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, orbit.
54. Mike 54.
Wentz now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
28. Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Kill.
Hey.
He's checking crack.
Check 13.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Carson. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Watch the screen.
Second and 1. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's see what you got. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. You go night.
Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Quit talking about it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch twins. Watch. Kill.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey, watch that. Check.
Solid.
54. Hey, they're scared. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Watch that.
Let's find two.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Let's get it.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, 4th, Tokyo!
Crunch. Tighten up.
Hey, Haywood!
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. He's got Burton here. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. On first down, Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Lefty. Loose 1-7.
Check.
Hey, box drop. Here, shift.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. You must be dreaming. Mike's 54.
Now wins. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Go.
54 Mike.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Eagles 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to patch together a good drive right here and now.
This defensively got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Come on, set. 10 over.
Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check safety. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, keep it up. No. Off. Check 52. Switch.
5.
They run again with Carson. And he'll work deflected across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Showing up. Showing up.
Now.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going...
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Topper!
Mike's by four. Let's go one more.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, it's Carson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Brings up second and 5 at the 35-yard line.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Go! 70, Indy. Look, squeeze.
On third down, It's Carson, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Looking to throw. Sheldon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega right side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Wentz to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Corky, 82, Corky.
Back to throw, Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. One final try now for Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.